Hello, hello. My name is Andrew.
And this is Lane.
And you are listening to The Musician's Couch.
I love it.
Yep, we are literally sitting on a floral couch right now, giving you the goods.
Yep, and this name came up with maybe 3 seconds ago? Right
Yeah.
before we started recording.
Yeah,
this.
about three seconds ago. It's about right.
So yeah, this is Postmodern. This is the band I'm in. Andrew just now may join, whether or not he wants to.
Maybe. We'll see.
This is myself and Cole Winninghoff. He should have been here. Decided not to. I guess he slept in for work, but that's okay. Maybe next time he'll be here.
So are we allowed or not allowed to talk shit about him?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. All right. But yeah, that was Postmodern's cover of Gold on the Ceiling by the Black Keys.
Yeah, they kind of inspired us to play because they're more of a blues rock kind of thing, and that's what we were looking for. So they're probably like the more modern band to look for that, I guess.
Yeah, I can dig it.
So I guess that's what we went for, and that's one of the best songs we could play. So that's just what we decided to go for, and we had a singer for that, and we played that at a talent show in high school, and we didn't win. But it's probably our singer's fault. That's why he doesn't sing for us anymore. But
ouch.
Yeah. Hopefully he won't listen to this. So yeah, no, it's a really fun song. That along with Hey Joe is probably two of our most favorite songs to play. I don't know. They just stuck with us, and that's what we like. So Cole is obviously he's on guitar, and I'm the drummer. There's keys in the background of that song that I'm playing. I had to match Cole as best as I could with the sound equipment we had, but this is that's what we went for. Yeah.
Really, I didn't know that. So you said that you did this for a talent show in high school. Is that kind of when you got started, or?
Yeah, so we went okay, so it was back junior year of high school, the end of junior year. It was actually just the summer after junior year, and I messaged Cole because I had heard he was a guitarist, and I've been looking for a band for quite some time. I wanted to play. I just wanted to play, and he messaged me back. He said, "Sure, at the end of the summer when I'm back from my vacation, we'd definitely meet up and start playing." So we started playing, and what we started with was like The Doors and Black Sabbath, stuff like that, just messing around, seeing what we play with, and that we landed on Gold on the Ceiling. And then a week later, he said, "I think I found us a singer," and then he started playing with us. He wasn't a bad singer. He's not a bad singer at all, but like he likes to match the voice of the singer and not his own voice. He doesn't like to do his own thing. He likes to match like if we were playing Alice Cooper, he'd like to match Alice Cooper's voice and not just sing his own way.
I mean, there's nothing really wrong with that. I mean, if you're used to playing in a cover band, then I mean, matching the singer's voice is something fun that you can do, and you kind of keep doing that. So, I mean, if anything, it helps you find your own voice and develop it over time.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I guess there's nothing wrong with that. I just he was kind of flaky anyway.
Well, there's no excuses for that.
Yeah. There's no exactly. But tell me what got you started, Andrew.
So yeah, I started playing violin from a really young age, like 12 years old, and I stuck with it. I was classically trained. I went to a bunch of different orchestras, symphonies, youth orchestras. We moved around wherever I could get a scholarship. I went to study at University of Houston when I was 14 years old, and from there, I should have silenced that. From there, we just kind of bounced around wherever I can get a scholarship. We eventually landed here in Florida, and I don't really play classical music anymore. I kind of moved on to contemporary, and I've been doing my own thing for a while, experimenting with electric violin. I've been singing most of my life since I was like 4 years old. So I mean, yeah, my vocal thing that's self-taught. So you got to take that for what it's worth. But I was classically trained for violin.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think out of the three of us, you're definitely the most musically inclined with your schooling and what maybe not necessarily schooling, but how long you've been practicing and what you know. Um, I am just uh high school trained, I guess is what I could say, or self taught in a way. My dad played drums in high school, and he taught me how to play, and that got me into marching band, and that's where I played. I was in jazz band, community band, concert band, jazz band. I played whatever percussion instruments I could pick up. But back in middle school, when they asked us what we wanted to play, I played all the instruments, and they I passed every single one. They said I could play whatever I wanted, and I was gonna go for trombone or trumpet, something a little bit different because let's see, my uncle played trumpet and my cousin played trombone, so it was something I wanted to go for. But I picked up drumsticks and I just started playing, and that's kind of how it went. So um, Cole was here right now. I know he'd be saying how he's more self-taught on the guitar. He's been only playing for like 3 years. He had a teacher for a couple years, but we also have Kalani in our band, which Andrew hasn't met either.
No, no, I haven't.
But he's I think he was a jazz major for about 3 or 4 years, if I remember right. But he plays keys and saxophone, and he's really good. He's really good. I'm glad we got him. He just started with us, and I hope he sticks around. And I hope the four of us can get together finally to practice.
I
And
really hope so.
yeah,
Yeah. You know, my dad, he's a jazz major in college too. That's what he studied.
right.
Hence all the guitars around the house. He plays jazz guitar.
Oh yeah, yeah,
And he taught me what he knows as far as jazz goes. And yeah, so I kind of riff off of that a lot now. And my contemporary music, I find a way to kind of use what that knowledge
yeah, absolutely.
into some more top 40 stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's great. I see jazz. I feel like is I don't want to say a dying genre.
It depends on how you use it. Jazz is still around, and I think a good majority of musicians now went to progressive jazz, which is a great genre in itself. It's still going strong. I drove my friend to work today, and he showed me an amazing new progressive jazz band. I can't remember the name, but we jammed out to that,
Oh, nice.
and yeah, it's still going really strong. And if you listen to a lot of progressive rock bands, I think they incorporate a lot of jazz structure, jazz chords
Hmm.
into that progressive rock genre. So it's still there. It's not there as it always has been or used to be,
Right.
because I mean, obviously the times change, the genres change, so the music kind of has to change along with it.
Hmm.
And so no one is really no one really is going crazy for Frank Sinatra stuff anymore.
Right.
I mean, it's still out there, but it's not as prevalent as it used to be.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. There's a guy Kasami Washington. I don't know if you've heard of him.
No, I haven't.
He actually plays some pretty cool stuff. He's pretty much all jazz. It's pretty much all instrumental. There's no vocals, but he's got something really cool. Yeah, I think you should listen to it sometime. It's not too bad. Um, so to keep us from having some dead air, we'll go on to some maybe some local bands that we like.
Yeah, sure. You start.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess one that I can think of off the top of my head is this band called Mighty Mango.
Okay.
They were playing at the Florida State Fair, and the reason I guess I really like this band is because they came out playing "The Power of Love" by Huey Lewis and the News.
Oh wow.
I love that song, especially because I really like Back to the Future, and that's the main song. But they came out, they just had a really good vibe. There was a let's see, I think it was a girl and a guy front vocalist. They would go on and off. There's a keyboardist, the keytar.
Yep.
Yep, and the saxophone player. The drummer was amazing. It was all their whole. I can't think of the word. Their just aura on stage was just lovely, and They played their hearts out. They were really good. I can't really remember any of their original stuff, I guess, but it was still really good, and I think they just had a really good. They were really exciting on stage.
Mighty Mango. And are these guys local?
Yeah, they're based in Florida.
Okay.
I think
It's local enough.
yeah. So I mean, maybe not necessarily our county. Probably more around Hillsborough. I'm assuming is where they got started. Um, but I just found them at the Florida State Fair, and they were really good, and they weren't really heard of. But I think they're getting some more music out. But they were pretty good. I'm glad. So, um, what about you, Andrew?
This is a tough question
Yeah.
because I go to local shows more than I go to big time concerts because I mean I'll try and go out and support my friends and bands whenever I can.
Right. Right.
And that's kind of the difficult part about being a musician too, is that you're constantly working your own shows. So I mean, when somebody says, "Hey, come out and hear me. I'm playing on Saturday." I'm like, "Dude, I'm playing on Saturday." So
Yeah.
it's like, it's kind of difficult for me to always get out there, but whenever I do have the time, I'll try and make it out. And yeah, I've got a lot of favorite local bands in the area that I've got to give props to. One of them being Slingshot Robot.
Okay.
Slingshot Robot, they're a really cool modern rock outfit. Um, I've always told them before, they sound like those 98 rock bands if those 98 rock bands were good, which is true
Right,
because I
okay.
mean, they really do put on an excellent performance. And who else? My friend Jeremy and the Time Framed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're a really cool. It's really hard to slap a genre sticker on
Mhm.
these guys because they're kind of all over the place. I know that they do travel into some progressive elements. They also have like a garage rock kind of a feel to a lot of their songs.
Mhm.
And yeah, usually whenever you go out and hear them, it's a good time. Right now, they're looking for a drummer. Lane, do you know of any drummers?
I don't know. I've been looking for one myself. I think
Oh.
one may have to take over from me. No, I think it sounds really fun. I really do. It's just time and stuff with work. I'm surprised we even got time to do this. Honestly,
Yeah.
just getting time off from work is amazing to have. But especially when we want to practice. Hopefully after this next couple weeks, we can find time, especially since school is over.
School is over.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Um, and Kalani is in school as well. He just got done with his finals this week, and so hopefully there's going to be time to finally get together. Um, so whenever I have a Friday or Saturday off that works with you, especially since I know you gig on most of those days.
Yep. Yeah.
Um,
All the time. Most of the time, all the time.
yeah, exactly. So maybe we can get Cole to take a day off or something. Hopefully, I think because it's going to be really fun. I think we can do a lot of good stuff. It's going to be it's going to be a fuller sound. I think with all the instruments we have.
Definitely. I can agree with that. I can't wait to hear what we can put together. All right. Oh, where we've performed. Okay. So yeah, where have you performed? You mentioned yeah, that you did a high school talent show earlier.
Yeah, a lot of places I've performed are probably going to be through my high school experiences, especially in marching and concert band. I mean, I've played a lot of obviously marching band and just all the local high schools. But obviously, that's nothing though. But through marching band, I got experiences to go to like Atlanta and play um, in this little village right next to Stone Mountain, and we just played off to the side there, but a lot of people came and watched. It was really fun. We got to play. I think I can't even remember. Our show that year was the Beatles, so I think we played "Let It Be."
Okay.
And so I know we picked one number from that show, and we also played maybe a Bruno Mars song and some of our stand music that we'd play at football games. so that was really cool. Getting to experience that, going there and doing that. Other than that, I've performed on our stage at the talent show at school. I just found out actually yesterday it was confirmed Johnny Cash played on the same stage.
Oh, wow.
I've played on the same stage as Johnny Cash, and I think that's really cool.
That is cool.
Yeah. But yeah, no, other than that, just a couple breweries around. There's Devine Brewery and Dunedin Brewery. They're really cool venues. They do more of like a funk style, which me and Cole don't necessarily match, but I think they like to listen to what we have there. We always close with "Hey Joe," and they might be sick of it, but it's our most exciting song that we have down right now, and I think it excites us. I think, and I think right now, I think the first time we tried to do it for us because it was our first time going to a place and actually gigging. That's not necessarily gigging, but just playing and enjoying it. But the other times, it was like we're there for the people. We want them to enjoy it. But it's all really the places we performed. Not very many places, especially just myself or in marching concert band. So, how about yourself?
Well, I mean, like you, I have had a lot of experience. I wasn't going to a high school. I was homeschooled most of my life. So any
Right.
experience that I had for music education came from the symphonies, the orchestras, the universities, and for performances, we would always have our recital concerts at the
Mm-hmm.
end of the semester. So I did quite a few of those in some auditoriums for USF. When more recently for contemporary music, I've performed at Chasco Fiesta, which is pretty
Right.
big if you're from Port Richey. I've got to perform at Gasparilla Music Festival this year
Oh, wow.
in Curtis Hickson. That was a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
I got sunburned, but it was fun.
Yeah, no
Um,
kidding.
One of the other really cool big shows I did was at the Mahaffey Theater with a hip hop band called TRC.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yep, my best friend Wizzy Incognito, he's in that band as the guitarist, and
Nice.
he's pretty cool. We'll get him in here sometime.
Oh,
And,
yeah. Absolutely.
yeah, we'll talk about that.
That's gonna be that'd be great. Oh, I love that. That's really cool. See, I haven't played many theaters or anything like that, but
The I got to perform some breweries too.
Yeah.
Brewery gigs are very fun. I mean, yeah, while we're here, I mean, I might as well plug my own shows. Well, hey, why not?
Of
Yeah,
course.
if you ever do want to hear me play electric violin, I'm at Gasper's Patio Bar and Grill in Temple Terrace every Tuesday night, 7 to 10. Yeah, actually, after we wrap up here, that's probably what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be packing the car and getting out to Tampa for that.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely recommend going to some if you're in the area, definitely Devine or Dunedin. They have some really cool shows. And actually that's what I was going to talk about local band wise was not necessarily a local band, but a local musician. They call him the Doc. He plays bass. He's got like a 6-string bass. He's amazing. He kills it every single time he's on stage with anybody.
That sounds awesome.
Oh, he's great. We got to play with him once actually. We were missing our bassist. Our bassist didn't want to show up. So we kicked him out of the band. Well, we didn't necessarily kick him out of the band. He had a lot of stuff going on with school and work and stuff, and he's actually moving to Colorado right now. So so our bassist wasn't showing up. He's doing other things. So we showed up. It was just me and Cole. We were on stage. And the Doc comes up to us and says, like, hey, you guys need a bassist? We're just like, absolutely, why not? And he gets on stage with us. He plays a couple songs with us. I think we play the 38 special song I can't think of right now. Hold On Loosely.
Okay.
Yeah. I got to make sure that's the right song. But yeah, no, Doc came up to us and played with us. He's really good, and he plays with all the bands that go up there on stage. If they ask him to, if they don't, I mean, he's up there no matter what. He does a really good job. I'm glad he played with us.
Yeah. I still have to check out Dunedin Brewery. I haven't been there yet.
Yeah, it's not a bad place. They actually I wanted to write a a whole set for a comedy show that they hold on like Wednesday nights. Because I've wanted to get on stage and do comedy myself just to entertain, but they have a lot of different things every night. Actually, their open jam is Wednesday nights, and I think their comedy is like Tuesday or something. But
Very cool.
yeah, they do something special every night, every week. So it's really cool.
Yeah, another cool local place to go check out is the Verona.
Oh yeah,
I told you about that before.
yeah, absolutely.
Yep, Verona's in Newport Richey, just south of Trouble Creek, and it's a really cool live music venue. Some pretty cool drink specials always go on. There's always something going on, like every night,
Right.
live music wise. Or, I mean, I think they're the only. Most places do have a ladies' night. I think they're the only place that has a dudes' night. So,
It's about time.
yeah, exactly, equality. I'm down with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, shout out to Evan Ursity, the owner of the Verona. I know you're not going to listen to this, but that's okay.
You better show him so he knows that there's a shout out there for him.
Yeah, I'll just start messaging him. Hey, hey, check this out.
Check this out. Hey, we mentioned you in this.
Yeah, it'd be pretty cool to take the musician's couch to some other venues eventually, and actually record.
Absolutely.
I mean, it'll be kind of difficult to move the couch, but
I think they should have a couch there. I think we can probably use.
they'll accommodate us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We signed their couch. Why
Yeah.
not? We signed their couch. We leave our mark on the other venues by signing their couch.
That's perfect actually.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay. There's another local band I haven't had the chance to listen to, but the Young Something.
Yes.
I'm very unfortunate. I've heard that they are very good. I've been wanting to get out to their shows at the Blue Note down in Tampa. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to do that with work. But you actually played with their vocalist, Bella.
Yes, yeah, it was for school. So I haven't been able to check out the Young Something either, and I really want to. Their vocalist Bella, she was studying in the SPC Music Industry Recording Arts program, just like me. It's called MIRA for short.
Right.
And one of the classes that we were both in for a semester was rock ensemble. And this was funny, but it's basically you put eight people in a room together and you work out a set list for the semester and you just work on it. At the end of the semester, your performance is at the Palladium in
Okay.
St. Pete.
Oh wow.
And so she was one of the lead vocalists for that semester, and I got to play electric violin, and I got to sing a song too, but it wasn't it wasn't planned that way. It was more
Right.
unfortunate circumstances, but
Yeah.
it worked out, and yeah, she's good at what she does.
Yeah. I'm glad to hear it because I've heard a lot of great things about them.
They're definitely going places.
Yeah, I've heard she actually manages the Blue Note down there.
Does she?
Yeah, that's what she's only like what, 15, 16, something like that.
She's got to be older than that. She's in college. I'm not
Oh,
sure.
I thought maybe she graduated early, something like that. It's just what I
Maybe.
heard. I don't know.
I'm really not sure either.
Yeah. But yeah, no. I hear the Blue Note's definitely a good spot to go listen to.
And she manages there. All right, then, Bella, hook me up,
Yeah, no
please.
kidding. Yeah, no kidding. Message her or something. Message Young Something on their Instagram or something. Say, hey, get me in on that. Get me in on there. There's always that stereotype of drummers in high school where it's like they always smoke pot or like they're all full of themselves and stuff. And our drumline room and band definitely reeked of pot, which was weird. I never smoked, but I know kids in drumline who did smoke, and I was always thinking they kept something in there. I always thought something was in that room.
They probably did. I mean, if that's surprising to you now, wait till you start going to local shows.
Oh yeah, absolutely, no kidding. I was at a Kid Rock concert, and just everyone smelled like just it was awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was actually there was an experience. The first time I ever got high was off a contact high, and it was at 97X Next Big Thing.
Oh my
This was
god.
a few years ago, but it was an experience. I think that year 30 Seconds to Mars headlined along with Stone Temple Pilots featuring Chester Bennington,
Oh wow.
A Day to Remember, Sleeping with Sirens. There were a lot of good bands that year. So how this worked is me and my friend, we were walking into Vinoy Park, and there were these two cute girls with Red Bull backpacks on.
Hmm.
And my friend, being the smooth fucker he is, it just walks up and is like, "How many Red Bulls can you fit in that Red Bull?"
Oh my
And
god.
the girls were just unfazed. So they take their Red Bull backpacks off and they're like, "This many," and then they hand us each a Red Bull.
Oh my
And they were like
god.
ice cold because it turns out these Red Bull backpacks, they were like coolers.
Oh, that's perfect.
And we're like, "Thanks, this is awesome." So like, here's the thing: I was never big on energy drinks back then.
Right.
So like, if you're not hyped on energy drinks, your body's not really used to that when you
Yeah.
start drinking that. But
Hmm.
so, anyways, we start sipping it, and when we get to the front gate, the security's like, "Sorry, no outside drinks allowed." So I look at my friend looks at me, we shrug, and then we just chug the Red Bulls
Oh my
and
god.
toss them. And we're like, "Yeah, all right, let's do this." So I get inside, and
Did you
then
guys have wings? Did you guys get wings?
no, it was a lot worse.
It was a
So
lot worse. Okay, I can't wait.
yeah, the next red flag was I was really thirsty,
Oh,
like
man.
halfway through the day. So I was like, I want a monster now.
So
So you see where this is going.
yeah, I see.
Yeah, so hyped up on sugar, having a good time. The Dirty Heads come out and perform,
Okay.
and the Dirty Heads are awesome live. They are one of the best live whatever bands they are. I mean, I don't think they like being called ska or reggae anymore because they kind of moved away from that. But
Right.
that's kind of the music that I heard when I went to go see them perform, and they were excellent at
Mhm.
it. So I mean, because it was a reggae band, it was kind of law that everybody had to pull out a joint. So I'm just standing in the pit and I'm looking left and right, and everybody's smoking weed, and I'm like, my ignorant ass is like, well, I'm not gonna lose my spot. So I just breathed it all in, and yeah, at the end of the night, my eyes were open wide. I was laying somewhere in a dirt patch,
Oh my god.
and I was just looking at leaves, and I was just very out of it because I was coming down off a sugar high,
Uh-huh.
and I was sufficiently contact high
Right.
as well.
Wow.
And yeah, that was a lot. But so I don't even remember seeing 30 Seconds to Mars. I think I saw Jared Leto on stage for like 2 minutes wearing a kilt, and
Oh,
then I
man.
went to lay back down, and that was about it.
That's all you need to see, really, of 30 Seconds to Mars.
Yeah,
It's just
Jared Leto in a kilt.
Yeah. All right.
What more do you need to
That
know?
was enough. I'm just gonna go lay down now. I think.
That was about it. Yeah.
I think I'd
I
have
got
the
to
same
see-
reaction.
Yeah, I got to see Chester Bennington for half his set before I laid down.
Oh,
and
yeah, no kidding.
he was an excellent performer. I'm actually really happy I got to see him.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he was like moonwalking on stage, dancing around, singing his heart out.
Oh, wow.
And a lot of people were weird about him replacing Scott Weiland for that period.
Right. Okay.
And I think there's still some mixed reactions about it, but personally, I really love the job that he did. Because I never really cared about Stone Temple Pilots too much, but after hearing him and the new material they recorded, I've got the EP sitting somewhere in the house. I
Nice.
can show you, and it's really quality music, especially with his more high pitched vocals. And then they even did their older songs, and he did them damn near perfectly, and
wow.
I was really happy with that.
Nice. That's awesome. That's really cool. With so, and a lot of front vocalists, they do a lot of different things. Even if they're taken out of their own genre, I think they can do some amazing things. There's this cruise my parents just went on, the Chris Jericho cruise. If, for anybody who doesn't know, Chris Jericho's a wrestler from WWE. And he just promoted his cruise, and he's in a band called Judas. Kind of like I don't want to say Judas Priest at all, but he's also I can't even think of, it's just heavy rock. It's just heavy rock is what it is. They're not too bad, but his whole cruise was based on bands, wrestling, and comedians, and it was really cool. I wasn't able to go, but I saw a lot of videos. But he got Corey Taylor to go on his cruise, and Corey Taylor is the front vocalist for Slipknot.
Slipknot and
Yeah.
Stone Sour. No, not
And-
Stone Sour. Is it Stone Sour? It's Stone Sour.
Stone Sour.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I get them mixed up with Stained.
Oh God.
Different band. No.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
But my mom came off that cruise. My mom is one who would not ever listen to Slipknot, and she went on that cruise not knowing who Corey Taylor was. She went on the cruise, and Corey Taylor did a whole acoustic set.
Yes, he's been known to do that.
Yeah, he didn't play anything Slipknot. He didn't do what he does for Slipknot. He has a really nice voice too. Just singing how he does, just acoustic wise, I guess. Just singing, he does a really good job. If he's not doing the Slipknot thing, I mean, Slipknot. I'm not saying Slipknot's bad or anything for what they
I
are.
love Slipknot.
Yeah. So, but like just him just going out there and singing with an acoustic guitar is a whole different world of Corey Taylor. And my mom came off of that cruise loving Corey Taylor. And my stepdad was like, you know who Corey Taylor is, right? Like, do you know what else he's done? And showed her Slipknot. She had no idea. And I think that's the funniest part of that whole thing.
Corey Taylor is very talented. I remember seeing a video of him right after Prince passed away, and he did an acoustic cover of Purple Rain.
I think I saw that too. He did a really amazing job with that.
Yeah, he got everyone to sing along too. This was like maybe the day after, the night after Prince passed away.
Wow, that's insane.
Mad respect.
Yeah, no kidding. I think he's been on stage with Jensen Ackles.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and he sang with Jensen Ackles. They sang I want to say When a Dead or Alive by Bon Jovi.
I never knew Jensen Ackles sang.
Yeah, I didn't know either. I just found
okay.
these videos on YouTube. They did a really good job, and I've also seen Corey Taylor do the SpongeBob theme for some reason. He did that on stage. He still killed it for some reason. I don't even know why, but like I don't know. He's a really cool dude.
Yeah.
from what I've seen, and yeah, it's pretty cool.
Any concerts you're looking forward to seeing?
Oh yeah. I'm the one person who probably really liked the new Greta Van Fleet album.
Yeah, you probably are.
I think I am, but I'm really looking forward to their concert coming up. They're going to be here soon in May, over in Orlando. So I'm making the trip over there with my girlfriend, and we're going to go see Greta Van Fleet, and I'm really excited. I'm a big Led Zeppelin fan, which that obviously ties into each other in some way, I'm sure. But yeah, I'm a big Greta Van Fleet fan. Just another Led Zeppelin album, most people would say, and I can see that. But I think they have their own sound too, and I really enjoy what they do. And I'm not against what anyone says about their new album, whether or not they like it, they don't like it. So, but I really enjoy their music, and I hope they put on a good show. I've heard they put on a really good show. But this just a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago, I just saw the Led Zeppelin Experience with Jason Bonham, and that was a really fun show. Especially since you can't see Led Zeppelin live now anymore. Seeing that was just amazing, and he found some of these guys on YouTube, and it's just amazing what you can do nowadays, just finding musicians to play with, especially when you're someone as big as Jason Bonham. Well, just because he was the son of John Bonham, probably, but like he could just watch these YouTube videos and be like, I want that guy to sing for me, and that's what he did. And he found these guys, and that's what Journey did with what's his name, the front guy.
Oh, don't ask me that.
Little Vietnamese guy that replaced Steve Perry.
I can't remember now.
I can't think of his name, but they just found him on YouTube, and they're like, I want that guy to sing for us. He's the closest thing to Steve Perry they could find, and he does a really good job. Does a really, really good job. But that was a really cool show, and probably the concert before that I saw was Weezer.
I love Weezer.
Yeah, they put on a really good show. They started with Buddy Holly, and
Really?
Yeah, they when they were coming on stage, they okay, so there's a curtain right in front of the stage, and you could hear the opening to like Happy Days, and because in the music video, right? And so yeah, it was like Happy Days was recorded in front of a studio audience, and then like the curtain drops, and there's Weezer, and they're playing Buddy Holly, and it was a really cool show. The Pixies actually opened for them,
Yep.
and they were pretty good. They did a pretty good job, and they I've never really listened to the Pixies. I never thought I may be a Pixies fan, but their what they did live was pretty cool.
I think most people in our age group say the same thing.
Yeah,
Is that I think the older folks that will go to that show in their maybe in their 30s, they'll appreciate the Pixies more than Weezer,
right.
and then all of us young kids were into Weezer and we're like, who's Pixies? But yeah, no, I can appreciate both of them.
Yeah.
I went to go see Weezer a couple of years ago at a Rays game.
Oh yeah,
There was a Rays concert series at Tropicana Field. So after the Rays game, Weezer took the stage.
nice.
They actually dragged a stage out onto the field. It was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
And there's one thing I always remember about that show that stuck with me, and you can't find this anywhere except for that one show.
Mhm.
They wrote a song just for that one show.
Really?
Yes. You can find it online because someone at Tropicana Field recorded it, like one person, and he named it the St. Petersburg song.
Nice.
And it was like a minor little song about losing a frisbee because they were throwing frisbees and beach balls and crazy stuff in the crowd, right? And yeah, Rivers Cuomo was just singing about losing his frisbee and how you guys didn't throw it back. And then eventually somebody does throw it back, but it doesn't make it all the way.
Uh-huh.
So then he just starts singing, "Sorry, I guess you tried your best." And it's like I feel like it was an improv thing, but I don't know. It was
Yeah.
amazing. And then he said he starts singing, I want to take a trip with all of you and the frisbee too to an island in the sun. And that's
Oh.
how he opened it. And then the whole stadium just went nuts.
Oh
They were
my
listening to
God.
that. And I was going crazy too. It's like, no way, that's so cool.
No kidding. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Oh.
that was one of my best concert experiences. Obviously, the sound wasn't that good because it wasn't a venue,
Mm-hmm.
but it was still a great experience, and I want to go see them live again. So
Oh yeah, they put on a really good performance, especially when in the middle of the show he shows up in the middle of the crowd. It's at the amphitheater in Tampa, and he's right in the middle of the crowd on this little stage that they set up there. Sometimes, whether or not someone's actually going to be there, and we're on the lawn. The lawn is still good seats. I mean, I'm not like
I've been on the lawn
yeah.
before. It's not bad.
they're not bad seats. So we're on the lawn. He shows up in the middle of the amphitheater, in the middle of all the crowd, and he's just messing around with chords and playing, tuning a little bit. He's messing around with chords, and he just kind of stops. And he's like, "Anywhere, here's Wonderwall," and then he starts playing Wonderwall, and it was amazing, and the crowd went like so nuts, especially since like it's all kids from like not like adults, I guess now, but all adults from the '90s, and just losing it over this Oasis song. Like it was a pretty good reaction. It was pretty lovely, and we all sang along, obviously.
Yeah, Oasis is a worthwhile band to lose it over. I mean,
Absolutely, but before the Pixies actually during that show, there was a band called the Wombats.
the Wombats are very good.
Yeah, they put on a really good show, and I want to listen to more. And I haven't. For some reason, I just haven't thought about it lately. But like, I should really listen to more of them. They did a really good job.
I think I know 2 songs by them. I think it's "Give Me a Try"
Okay.
and "Let's Dance to Joy Division."
Okay. Oh yeah, I did. I do remember that one. I do remember "Let's Dance to Joy Division."
Yeah, it was a cool upbeat song. It was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a cool band. I like them actually.
Yeah.
I like the Wombats, not Joy Division. I like the Wombats, but yeah, I think that's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to seeing Bring Me the Horizon in
Oh,
January. They're going to
really?
be
Okay.
here in Orlando, and I'm pretty sure it's the same day as the release of their new album.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So I'm gonna be hunting that down,
Yeah. No kidding.
and Yeah, because I've never seen Bring Me the Horizon live before. They don't really do a whole lot of their heavy songs now. How much do you know about Bring Me the Horizon?
I honestly, I don't know much at all.
They started as a deathcore band.
Really?
Yes, with the screaming vocals and
Yeah.
everything. It was great. And then about maybe, I want to say 5 years ago, they released something a little different.
Mhm.
And there were still some heavy screams, and I'll show you some of the music. It's really good.
Yeah.
But they mixed it more with singing, and you can notice that, okay, now this was a turning point for them. They're going to start doing something else.
Mhm.
And then the last album they put out, That's the Spirit, that divided a lot of fans
Okay.
because there were a lot more pop songs on the record,
Oh.
no screams at all.
Mhm.
But there were still a lot of anthemic rock songs that that you could really sing along to, and they were just like stadium, bangers.
Yeah.
I still like it. I've got that album on vinyl. I'll show it to you.
Okay.
Their latest music, it's going in a bit of a different direction once again. Like it's the best way to explain it is I kind of get some like Royal Blood feels to it,
Mhm.
just more filled out, obviously. And one of their new songs actually features guest vocals by Danny Filth from Cradle of Filth.
Okay.
So you could tell that they're trying something a little different this time.
Right.
And some recent live videos actually show Bring Me the Horizon doing a medley of all their deathcore songs.
Oh, okay.
So that really got a lot of fans excited, and then some of those young newer fans, they're like, "What's this?" and they have no idea. So it's pretty exciting, pretty hilarious at the same time.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what the rest of the album holds, but I'll show you some of the music after.
Oh, yeah,
It's pretty
absolutely.
cool.
That's awesome. I I know a lot of bands they do that now. I mean, I'm sure they've done it for years, but I can't think of any examples right now. But except for now with Weezer, they did all their stuff, from the '90s. They had all those albums: the Blue album, the Green album, Pinkerton.
Yep, I've
Um,
got Pinkerton, and Everything Will Be All Right in the End.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting on that Black album because
Oh,
the
yeah.
Black album so far sounds really good.
I don't even know if I've heard anything from there, but
Maybe
maybe.
I'll show you Zombie Bastards.
Okay.
Zombie Bastards is pretty cool.
All right. But yeah, no, that was their genre. Those are all those albums were their own genre. But then when Feels Like Summer came out, everyone was like, "Oh my god, what is this?" And it's
I hated that song.
Really?
I hated that album.
oh yeah. No, I listened to the album. I see, like, my personal opinion wasn't too bad, but I probably wasn't as big of a Weezer fan as you were at the time. And I think that's what keeps the audience, I can't even think, the fans together with the band. Like, if they're new and like they're just discovering Weezer, they're probably gonna like both their old stuff and what's coming out now.
All you need to know about Weezer and their fan base is that anyone who's been listening to them for a long time will disregard everything they put out except for the very first two albums.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
Blue
no.
album and Pinkerton.
Yeah.
And then you'll have an even more divided fan base because some people are in Camp Blue and other people are in Camp Pinkerton.
Right.
And they'll say, "Oh, this is the best album ever made," and the other album is shit. And
Mhm.
so you kind of have a bit of a toxic fan base with Weezer. Now, a few years back, they put out "Everything Will Be All Right in the End." That was kind of the best of both worlds. That was the closest you would ever get to the Blue album and Pinkerton in one album because you
Mhm.
had a lot of emo lyrics, a lot of like happy chord progressions with sad lyrics.
Yeah.
So it was like those happy, sad songs that Weezer was really known for back on
Oh,
like
yeah.
Pinkerton times.
Mhm.
And so I really vibed with that. I like that. The next album they put out was the White Album. I
Mhm.
liked a few of the songs on the White Album. They were pretty good. I
Yeah.
thought it was a pretty cool album. I didn't like every song on it, but most of them I did.
Yeah.
Pacific Daydream, I just could not get behind. It was a total departure.
Yeah.
And that was really weird because on Everything Will Be All Right in the End, he even has a line saying, "Sorry, guys, I didn't realize that I needed you so much. I had to go and get a new audience. I forgot that disco sucks. And then he went back and started playing disco stuff.
Wow.
And it's like, okay, this is weird.
Yeah.
But now the Black Album, I'll show you the Black Album. There's
Okay.
some really cool songs on that.
Yeah, definitely.
I think it's like, I think it's closer to Weezer than the last couple albums have been. So
Okay.
I'm kind of happy with that.
Definitely. Yeah, that sounds good. I'm glad.
I think that's about it.
Is it? I don't know. It's fun. It's fun just sitting here talking.
Yeah, it kind of is. I actually looked at the time. We've been going on for close to an hour now.
Oh, nice.
That's pretty good.
I don't even know how long podcasts are supposed to be.
I mean, it depends. You can
It
go
just
20
depends on
minutes,
the- yeah.
40 minutes, hour.
But I'm glad we're definitely thinking about getting some local bands in here to or somewhere,
Yep.
wherever we may go, wherever the music may take us.
I'm really happy with that.
Yeah. Oh my god.
So yeah, let's close out again with Postmodern's cover of "Gold on the Ceiling" by the Black Keys.
Go ahead and do that.
There we go. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And if the Black Keys are out there at all, I'm sorry. Go ahead and take a listen. We have no lyrics, but here we go. This is Cole and I. Hopefully going to cover this song with both Andrew and Kalani at some point.
Yeah, it'd be
Maybe-
pretty fun.
Maybe making them a little more full.
Yeah, I'd be happy with that. All right, for you guys listening out there, all two of you, thank you so much for listening to the first episode of the Musician's Couch.
I love it.
Yep.
All right.
I have been Andrew,
And this is Lane.
closing out. See you guys.